any true description of one is a true description of the other, right? So anything true of one is true of the other.
Also, to add, like Leibniz was a Trinitarian, so he didn't think that necessarily the Trinity violated what he was conveying either.
Well, I don't really understand that.
Same with William of Ockham.
So, are you saying...
Why don't y'all take the time to first understand what Detroyer is saying before you're like, oh, well, about Trinity over here. Trinity,
No,
like, just
Danny,
understand
we're
Detroyer
just
first.
adding to the conversation. I don't know if you
No, you're not
noticed
adding anything.
Danny, the Trinity is one thing that I've dug in too hard because Jake has pounded me on it for a couple of years. So just don't like come in and just assume that we're just spouting words, Danny, for the sake of spouting words. Try not to be such a narcissist.
Well, I'm just wondering if you understand what Detroyer is saying when he's saying he's denying the
generally indiscernibles.
Yeah.
I still don't know what that means.
I know what he says, Danny, but
and he was going through why it was why you rejected it, but everyone ignored him, and I don't know why people are ignoring him.
You're a narcissist, Danny. Sometimes I just hope you know that. Like we were all.
No, you're a narcissist. You know why you're a fucking narcissist, James? It's because you, rather than let me explain to why you're a narcissist. You're gonna look really stupid here, James. You know why you're gonna look stupid? Because you were so narcissistic that you had to talk about your views or views about here rather than trying to understand Detroyer and why he said very obviously he rejects the law. And that was he was going to clarify why it was so obviously wrong. But you didn't give a shit. You didn't give a shit, James. Right? And Haiti and I were the only ones that were interested why he rejected Leibniz's law, and at least that formulation. You're the only one that didn't give a fuck, James. You're the only one that wanted to talk about you and what you thought and what this view and that view, everything but Detroyer's view. You're the fucking narcissist, James.
Get him, Danny.
Do you understand, James, why Detroyer rejects it? I bet you don't have a fucking clue because you're a fucking moron, James. You're one of the biggest morons on this app, and you have no clue that you are. You have no clue that you're a moron. You're oblivious, and then you're calling me narcissistic when you're oblivious to the fact that you're the biggest moron on the app.
He did.
I actually think James does know why Detroyer rejected.
Why? I bet $100. I bet $100 that he can't explain it. Do you want to take that bet, John?
No, I probably would not.
Yeah, you don't want to fucking take that bet.
Oh, why not, Sean?
The money could go to
because I don't even understand. I was trying to understand. You two morons weren't trying to understand. This is what you do every day, right? You don't try to understand us. You talk about shit you don't understand. Haiti and I were literally the only fucking ones that wanted to understand Detroyer.
I can tell you why.
He did this yesterday too,
I don't even
Danny.
know what the law is because everyone was. What does this law mean?
I
don't even know I want to know what the law means, and I want to know why Detroyer.
I see Judas is here. I mean, Andricus. Hi, welcome.
It's just the statement that any two things that are identical
Thank you, Skinny Pete.
are indiscernible.
Well, you mean like two bowls that came out of the same bowl factory?
No.
Also, why was I muted while Danny was throwing a temper tantrum?
It's funny that you bring that.
It's
funny that you bring that.
Look, we were having a good conversation, and then Danny came in the room and crapped on it.
You want to talk about that instead of Detroyer's view again? You're doing it again, James.
Well, then why don't you go in the timeout corner, Danny, like you're like an oversized child?
Oh, I can hear your voice flickering. Have I gotten under your skin, James? Because I've exposed you as the narcissist fraud that you are. You're no fucking Christian apologist. You're just a moron.
No, actually,
you're a moron.
I like that there's this video now of you like losing your mind because it's going to play great on YouTube.
I hope it does, and I hope everyone on YouTube sees that James is the last person that wants to understand Detroyer. He just wants to, he takes what he can get from Detroyer to legitimize his views. That's what he and John were doing.
Keep crying, Danny. We need more crying for YouTube. Keep on going. Keep pouting, stomping your feet.
Yeah, what's your response, moron, dumbass? Tell me what your response is. Do you understand Detroyer? James, let's see if you can answer this direct question. Why does Detroyer reject that formulation of Leibniz's law? Do you have a fucking clue? Let's hear the silence, or let's hear the deflection, as you usually do. Let me predict. You're going to deflect that I'm throwing a tantrum, that I'm doing some kind of soundbite for your YouTube. But here's what you're not going to do, James. You're not going to try to explain why Detroyer rejects the principle. Let's see. Let's see.
The mods have muted me 5 times, Danny, while you kicked off the temper tantrum. I'm just going to sit here and relish in you crying about it.
All right, yeah, there's a non-answer. It's not like you can show anyone that you understood Detroyer.